I want to just talk a little bit about fabric because, you know, I feel like we're a melting pot from all cultures around the world. And I think that when we look at that, and just like the fabrics that we see here, you guys really derived what you did with your cuts and colors. So I'm going to turn it over to you, let you talk about that.
You want to start in the middle?
Yeah, sure.
How gorgeous is she? My God. So, for me, I've pulled inspiration from so many different places and things. And when Chris, said we're going to pull inspiration from different cultures, I was kind of like, where should we start? So what we did here is we used India, actually, as our inspiration, and specifically their foods and their spices, like turmeric and cumin and stuff like that. And so that's where we're getting our inspiration from here. I love that we did some pops of really, really, really bright color here, especially with where trends are going, where the hair is opening up a little bit more. And then I want Sean to talk about the haircut that we did to go with the color to complement it.
So for me, with the haircuts and with fabric, it's really about showing the diversity and what fabric is indigenous to each culture out there. It's about bringing culture to the table. And you can see what an amazing color she's done, but to me, it's about marrying the color with a shape. So what we've done is we've taken a strong fringe, and we've also kept the whole perimeter really strong, but added some texture in between by doing some dry cutting techniques to create movement, but also remaining strong around the perimeter of the haircut.
Yeah, the one thing I asked these guys was, let's step out of the box. Let's do something that we don't normally do. Let's give these guys something to go home and think about, because I don't know if you feel the same way about hair shows, but for me, when I got in the industry, which was a couple weeks ago, I'm not that old. Stop that. I'm a very young man. But when I got into the industry, I remember walking and seeing those stages, and they were fire, right? And the productions and the collections, and I think we're missing some of that. And so for us, we want to spearhead that, and we want to bring that back. So tomorrow, we're also doing a different show. They asked us to do the same show. We don't do that. So we're going to do a different show tomorrow. But I just want to thank these guys, because to believe in the artistry together, to come and put something forward, what I want you to take from this is go home and just do some hair. Create. That's what I want you to take from this today, yeah? And then all these inspirations. So let's talk about your other model. Let's move through these two.
Come on down here. I mean, it couldn't be any more fun for me. It was like she sat in the chair, and I was like, thank you. So great. So we pulled inspiration from Brazil, actually, for this model. And Brazil, their dance is the samba. And there's actually traditional dresses that they wear when they do this dance. And so what I did was I pulled the inspiration from the colors that they use, and also from the designs and patterns that they use. So you can see, if you turn around a little bit, it's just really cool. If you Google the outfits, they're just absolutely spectacular. So she was a perfect model for this. Sean, do you want to talk about the kind of barbering and? Of
course. And here's the thing. And Chrystofer will tell you this. It takes a village. So when I say that, it's this haircut was not done by me. We have a barber, an amazing barber. His name is Tyler Culbert, and this barbering right now in the industry is huge on women, on men. So you can see how he's created these strong lines, but also the gradient of color that helps support it. So you can see these tones, and what Sam has done, just an absolutely beautiful job.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Give these guys a big round of applause. Stunning work. Let's take a look at your last model, and then I think we got the girls coming up.
So, for our last gorgeous model, we actually traveled all the way to the Netherlands in our minds and on our phones. And what the Netherlands really bring to mind to me is their traditional springtime festivals and the tulips and the flowers. And there was one particular image that popped up that was very pastel and very almost like the flowers were lined up, and I really loved how that looked. Also, there's a lot of blondes that live in the Netherlands, so I wanted to kind of represent that and use a lot of negative space in the hair as well. Sean?
And what I love about what you did, Sam, it's not always about the amount of color that she's put into the hair. It's really about how she's created these beautiful, soft pastel tones that really represents the culture that comes out of the Netherlands. So with the haircut, what we did was we kept a soft shape, some signature pieces around the outline, and carried it into a strong fringe, softly tapering off into some softness in around the front. And just real quickly, I have to say this because, this means the world to me to have this opportunity to work with my best friend, Chrystofer Benson, to everyone that knows her as Bottle Blonde 76, and absolutely like the work that was done and just being able to collaborate together, to be able to share, what we wanted to do and the vision we saw within that fabric. Speaks volumes about the person, not just the talent she is, but the person she is as well. Would you agree?
Oh,
Absolutely.
gosh. Thank you so much. And it is a complete honor to be up here and to share the stage. A lot of times, like Chris said, we can't all be on the same stages together. And so this is a very special, special show.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Let's give these guys a big round of applause.